Howdy friends, and welcome back to Making Stuff Sometimes, All the Time. Now, if you know, you know, and the west coast of the US is currently on fire. Well, that's where I live. The air quality is hazardous and has been for a week or so with no sign of rain, which means I'm basically stuck inside. Seems like an okay plan for an introvert who does work from home, but of course, there are many other factors in life. If you didn't see, I'm sculpting my version of a Great Unclean One, mostly just for fun and to see how well I can make one. Some of this sculpt took place before the fires, some during, and well, things haven't been great. But I do have the privilege of being able to put this video up still, so I hope you enjoy. And yeah, let's talk about something, huh? I certainly can't be the only one out here who occasionally feels like they just can't make something. Whether it's picking a scheme for your Space Marine army, painting the new WizKids miniatures you just got, planning out your next D&D session, sculpting a heroic bust out of clay, or whatever creative media you use, there is something that all of us creative makers face. That is creative block. I am slowly but surely coming off of what feels like one of the biggest creative blocks I've ever had, and boy has it been painful. You see, this hobby and making in general has always been my number one outlet, so when I experience a time when nothing seems to go well with that outlet, it can get me discouraged in other parts of my life. I understand at this point that things I make will never be perfect, and to be frank, I still strive for that on occasion, but overall, I set realistic goals for myself. But creative block is much like Mother Nature. It doesn't care about my plans. So, while I'm here, sheltering from fires, hazardous air quality, and COVID, I am going to share with you ways I am crawling out of the dark abyss known as creative block. So, how do you feel creative without doing what you're most creative at? For me, I tried looking adjacent. This took the form of several things, but most notably, I started sketching, which is something I have always been terrible at making myself do. I'm not the worst, but I'm not so good I feel compelled to. But I think I had the wrong mindset. It's not about being good, it's about expression. There is never good or bad if you're expressing yourself through art. I think every creative person, regardless of their field, should sketch. This is why I highly recommend checking out the Sketchbook series, which is on the Trojan Horse Was a Unicorn YouTube channel. They have loads of artists in different fields go through old sketchbooks and talk about their mindset, their art, and wonderful insights to their own inspirations. If you aren't like me and you're not stuck inside, well, there is nothing better than getting outside and exploring somewhere new to you. This can take the form of any outdoor activity you feel like. The point here really is to get physically outside of your creative space and even outside of your home and take some inspiration from the bigger picture around you. I like to ride my bike and walk along the river and look for cool rocks. Plus, I can collect materials for later while I'm out doing it. If you're inside for whatever reason, I think it's time to bust out a couple of your favorite things. Try any of these in any combinations you'd like. Your favorite food, your favorite movie or series, your favorite snack, your favorite person, a favorite song, your favorite spot in the house, aside from your creative space if you can, your favorite book, your favorite video game, heck, even your favorite beverage, alcoholic or otherwise. Choose your team, settle down, and take some space for yourself mentally and physically, and disappear for as long as you can or need. One thing I don't do often but has proven to work for me is to follow along to a creative tutorial. Now, I know I said to avoid your creative space, but this is the caveat. If you have the available materials to do a small project, small being the key word, and the time to complete it, then this can prove helpful. Not only do you have minimal planning to do, usually a tutorial will list all the materials and take you step by step through the process. While it can be fun to follow these anyway and put your own spin on them, it can be nice to just follow it bone stock and have a cool thing in the end. Something you made, but didn't force your creativity to go into overdrive and melt down. Who knows, maybe somewhere along the line you feel inspired and you tweak the design to something that suits your aesthetic more. Although, I would suggest doing something that you think you can complete in one day. Hopefully one of these activities works for you. I can't guarantee it, and this is obviously anecdotal evidence, but it might be worth a shot. A couple of other cool things that inspired me or I have enjoyed this past month are linked in the description, so check those out. I'm actually going to stop talking now, but I hope that you enjoy the rest of the video with this nice music. Like if you do, support if you want, but most importantly, have a good time.